All right, picture this. It's Thursday night. You crash on the couch, you grab the remote, you fire up Netflix. And boom, there it is. A grid of shiny, colorful rectangles, all calling out to you. It looks like a simple menu, right? A huge library, and all you have to do is pick. But have you ever really stopped to think about what's going on behind that screen?
I mean, really think about it. Why is that thriller right there in the top spot? Why is the comedy your friends swore you'd love buried 4 rows down? And how is it possible that the artwork for the exact same movie looks like a rom-com on your screen, but a horror film on your partner's? Let me tell you, it's not random, it's not a lottery, it is something way, way more personal.
And that quote right there, it says it all. While you are staring at your screen, a massively powerful system is staring right back at you. It's not just giving you options, it's building a universe designed just for you. And it's all to solve one single, hidden problem that could literally make or break the entire platform.
To really get the genius of what Netflix is doing, first you have to understand the sheer terror of the problem they're up against. It's a problem of huge numbers, human psychology, and our incredibly short attention spans. Just think about it for a second. In a big Netflix library, you've got something like 7,000 different movies and TV shows. Can you imagine if they just gave you an A to Z list? It would be a total nightmare. You'd scroll forever, completely drowning in options. And this is what we call the catalog paradox. What sounds like a viewer's dream is actually Netflix's biggest nightmare.
See, it's a real psychological thing. When our brains are hit with too many choices, we just short circuit. The fear of picking the wrong movie becomes so great that we can't pick any movie. We just become these scrolling zombies. And Netflix knows that zombie scrolling leads right off a cliff.
And this is that cliff. This is the danger zone. Netflix has about 90 seconds to get you to click play. And that minute and a half, you go from feeling hopeful and curious to, well, frustrated and tired. And if they can't land the hook before you hit that 90-second mark, you're gone. You've closed the app and you're already scrolling something else. So, how do they win this battle every single time? Well, they do it with something called a recommender system. But recommender system is kind of boring, right? So let's think of it as a team of two brilliant detectives. They have totally different methods, but they're both working together 24/7 to solve one single mystery. What in the world do you want to watch right now?
All right, so meet detective number one. We're going to call this one the Socialite. The Socialite is basically a professional gossip. It knows nothing about the movies themselves. It honestly couldn't care less. All it cares about is people and what they're watching. The fancy name for this is collaborative filtering, and it works on a super simple idea. Birds of a feather, watch together. The system scans the entire globe to find people whose viewing history is almost identical to yours. It's looking for your taste doppelgängers. And once it finds them, it just shows you what they're watching and loving. It's how you stumble upon those amazing shows you never would have thought to look for. But the Socialite has a big weakness. What about a brand new movie that nobody's seen yet? It has no data, no gossip. That's where our second detective steps in, the Analyst. This one's the total opposite. A quiet, nerdy type who just obsesses over the tiny details of the content itself. The Analyst uses what's called content-based filtering. It basically breaks down every single movie and show into its core DNA. It doesn't just see action. It sees gritty, dystopian, cyberpunk, features a strong female lead. It then builds a bridge from the DNA of a movie you loved to a new one that shares those same genetic markers. And get this, to get all that DNA, Netflix literally invented a secret language. A while back, they hired actual people to watch thousands of hours of content and tag everything with super specific keywords. By mixing and matching these tags, their algorithms created over 76,000 unique microgenres. That's why you don't just see a row for comedies. You see a row for goofy comedies about misfits. It's the Analyst at work. So here you can see how these two detectives are the perfect partners. The Socialite is amazing for helping you discover something totally new and unexpected, but it's useless for brand new titles. The Analyst, on the other hand, is amazing for finding those perfect niche recommendations. But it can also trap you in a filter bubble, where all you ever see are, shark movies. Together, they create this incredible balance. Okay, so the detectives have figured out what to put on your screen. But if you think that's the end of the story, you are in for a surprise. Because the system's influence goes one step deeper. It doesn't just choose what you see, it chooses how you see it. And this is where things get really wild. It's called the Chameleon Effect.
See, unlike the cover of an old DVD case, the artwork on Netflix is alive. It changes. For every single show, Netflix has a bunch of different thumbnails ready to go, and the system picks the one single image that its calculations say you, specifically you, are most likely to click on.
The best example of this is the movie Good Will Hunting. If your watch history is full of rom-coms, Netflix will probably show you an image of Matt Damon and Minnie Driver having a sweet romantic moment. But if you watch a lot of stand-up specials, you'll see a completely different thumbnail that puts the legendary comedian Robin Williams front and center. It's the same movie, pitched in two totally different ways, just for you.
It's a brilliant trick for sure, but it also leads to a pretty deep question. If the system is constantly showing you exactly what it thinks you want to see, is it also narrowing your world? It creates this kind of feedback loop, this hall of mirrors that just reflects your own taste back at you, over and over again. It's designed to cater to you, not to challenge you.
So, we've peeled back the first two layers. We've met our two detectives, we've seen the shape-shifting artwork, but honestly, that's just the surface. That's the stuff we can kind of wrap our heads around. Underneath all of that lies the black box, where things get way more complex and way more mysterious. I want you to imagine a giant 3D galaxy of taste. In this galaxy, every movie and every single user is a little point of light. The system doesn't just see the stars you've visited, the movies you've watched. No, it's smarter than that. It actually plots a course. It calculates the trajectory of your taste, predicting where you're headed next.
And that's the final thought I want to leave you with for today. What does it really mean when the mirror on your screen doesn't just reflect who you are right now, but starts to show you a reflection of the person it calculates you are about to become?
Next time, we are going to crack that black box wide open. We'll get into the really advanced stuff, the deep learning that powers this whole thing, and we'll ask the biggest question of all. Is it possible that this system actually knows your taste better than you do?